How's she going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's workshop. Something nice to have you along. You know what? Yesterday we got pounded here at the lake with about 14 inches of heavy wet snow. Yeah, it is supposed to be spring. They're calling this Sheila's brush, but I don't know, Betty. I think it's a lot more than Sheila's brush. But anyhow, we got 14 inches of snow. So I was out plowing this morning. I was going to take a camera along so I could tape it, but I forgot. So anyways, snow everywhere. It is wet and heavy, hard to plow. And also today, it miled it up pretty good, so it's above zero. And if you don't plow the snow very quick, it'll melt on you. But it's not melting enough to get rid of it all, so there's still lots of plowing to do. But while I was out plowing, I had a problem. I just want to show you what that problem was. Okay, so when I'm plowing, I love to plow, so it's usually a lot of joy involved when I'm plowing. But there was no joy this morning. Anybody recognize this? It's let me get up close. I'm trying to keep the COVID-19 6-foot distance here from the camera. This is half a joystick, so there's no joy in that. Yeah, my joystick broke off for moving the blade up and down, angling it back and forth. It's not a surprise. I usually break this once a year. Maybe because I'm too heavy-handed on it, who knows. But anyways, I've repaired this several times. So what I'm going to do today in Grampie's workshop is going to go with the tractor, take the piece that's broken off in the joystick controller, bring it in here. I'm going to tidy this end up, and I'm going to get another bolt. It's a 10 mil bolt, no, an 8 mil bolt that goes in there. So I'll get an 8 mil bolt, clean it all up, weld it together, put it back together. So that's the project today in Grampie's workshop. Let's get her done. Okay, here in the tractor, this is where my joystick goes, controls the blade up and down and angles. And there's a little fairing goes over the top of that. So I'm just going to take that fairing off so I can get access to it. 4 bolts hold that on. Okay. Now this just lifts up. Well, we have to take the hydraulic hoses off first, so let me get those too. So we just take the hydraulic hoses off, lay them down there, and then this cover or shroud or whatever can come right off. So then we can see our joystick controller here. And I think I have a wrench here that'll fit it. What's left of the stud in there. So that's all it is, right? Just threads in here. So I'm going to go find another stud and cut the head off the bolt and make preparations to weld that together. Okay, so what I have here is it's an 8 mil bolt, and there's the nut that come out. So that threads on there okay. So I'll just cut the top of that off, and then I can weld this to it and make a solid piece. See, you can see here where there's some previous repairs. So I think what I'll do is I'll cut this off back here, cut about an inch off of that, and cut that about here. So yeah, about like that. When I put it all back together, then it'll be the same length. Okay, so I marked the bolt. I don't know that you can see that, but I put a mark on it right there. And I marked the old joystick lever. There's a mark on it right there. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this in the vise, and I'm going to grind that off. And then I'll do the same with the joystick. Trying to find my mark. There it is right there. Okay, now that I have these two pieces cut off, I'm just going to dress up the ends here, put a little chafer on them, and then I'm going to get my welding gear out and going to clamp this all up and then put a little bead of weld around that, try to make it look pretty, and we'll be back in business. Okay, so there's my stud dressed up and the end of the joystick dressed. Now they'll go together like that. I'll align them, clamp them, weld them up. So I'll set up the welder now. So here's my setup. I just want to show you sort of what you have to do is I need to get this part here level with this part. So level this way, right? That's important. I have to get that joint as close together as I can, but with the chamfer that I ground on there, I'm going to have room to put my bead in there. And also, from the top side looking down, I need to have them aligned perfectly straight that way. So perfectly is probably a strong word in this case, but it doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to go with that. Now I'm going to have to weld it. Oh man! Okay. Cross your fingers. Look away. Weld a little more now. It doesn't take much, because it's so small. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to try and weld all the way around that now. Wish me luck. Doesn't look too bad. And then when I put the nut on the end of it, should work good, eh? Let's go try it. So I have a little rubber boot that goes over this, that covers all this up. So I'll put the rubber boot on first, because oftentimes I forget that. But you got to get up early, get ahead of the old kid. Alright, so now we'll just thread that in there. And what I'd like to do is get a fair amount of thread screwed into that yoke. But you can't put too much in. So that ought to do it. Right like that, and we want the knob facing up. Something like like that. Doesn't look too bad right there. Find a wrench that fits. It's just like brand new now. Okay, we put this boot on, since we do that now while the shroud is off. There. Any better than that, it'd probably cost you $89 at Massey Ferguson. Alright, put that on there. Then we'll put our nuts and bolts back in it. Okay, we got the shroud back on and just put this last hydraulic hose on. There we go. Start her up, see how it works. I think that works good. We're done. That didn't hurt at all. Fussed with it there on the welding table, trying to get her to clamp, those crazy clamps I have. I don't like them. But anyways, that's what I got, that's what I use. So, this problem with the joystick, this happens, like I say, about once a year, maybe sometimes twice, depending on how much plowing I'm doing. And it's annoying when it happens because you can't plow anymore, you have to come home and make some repairs. So that's what I did. But it's getting on into the evening now. Well, not the evening, it's just about supper time here at the lake. And the sun's been out all day. It's been a beautiful day after the big snow we had yesterday. Snow, 14 inches like I say, high winds. It was the worst storm we had all winter. I'm not afraid to say that. Sorry I didn't get any video of plowing. But anyway, that's what happens. And now, with all the sun out all day, everything's melting so much, I'm not going to go plow now because I'll just either wreck my gear or mess the yards up because it's so soft underneath. No more frost in the ground. It's like plowing in the fall. But anyhow, that's the way she goes. Just a quick repair of the tractor here at Grampie's Workshop. Hope you enjoyed it. Click like if you do. Click subscribe. That doesn't hurt a bit. And it's free. They tell me it's free. So hey, if you're looking for something free and for something to do during this COVID-19 self-isolation period, why not go back and check out some of my old videos? I'll put some playlists here. I'll put them up here. I think that's where they go. Is it? We'll see. Anyways, folks, have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wash your hands. We'll talk to you soon.